Imagine being caught red-handed with stolen goods, and instead of apologizing, you look straight at the officer and say, "It wasn't me, my twin brother did it."
The only problem? You don't even have a twin brother.
Yes, people have come up with some of the dumbest excuses for crimes, and today we're counting down 61 of the most ridiculous, unbelievable, and hilarious ones ever told. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you love bizarre stories, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on more crazy content like this. Now, let's get started. 1. I thought the police car was a taxi. Yes, one man actually tried to explain why he attempted to jump into the back seat of a police cruiser after shoplifting. His excuse? I thought it was an Uber. Not sure how flashing red and blue lights scream rideshare, but hey, creativity points. 2. I only stole because the dog told me to. A burglar once blamed his Labrador. According to him, the dog spoke and commanded him to grab jewelry. Honestly, if your golden retriever is whispering heist plans, you might need a vet or an exorcist. 3. I wasn't speeding, officer. My car just likes to go fast. This genius blamed his vehicle for his crime. It's got a mind of its own. Imagine blaming your Toyota Corolla for drag racing tendencies. 4. I robbed the store because I was bored. Boredom makes people binge Netflix or scroll TikTok. But this guy thought, let's commit armed robbery. Talk about needing a hobby. 5. I thought it was my house. One burglar broke into a random home and when caught, insisted he thought it was his own place. Never mind the different furniture, different neighborhood, and the fact that he went in through the window. 6. I was sleepwalking. A man tried to explain shoplifting by saying he was asleep the entire time. He picked items, paid with stolen credit, walked out, and still claimed he was unconscious. If true, that's the most productive sleepwalk ever. 7. I didn't steal, I was borrowing forever. This excuse is as dumb as it is lazy. One guy told police he didn't steal the car, he just borrowed it indefinitely. Basically stealing, but with a thesaurus. 8. I was testing the security system. A thief caught breaking into a house claimed he wasn't trying to rob it, he was helping test how strong their locks were. Spoiler, the locks failed when he smashed the window. 9. I only shoplifted because the store had too many of them. A woman caught stealing clothes argued the shop had more than enough shirts and wouldn't miss one. By that logic, banks wouldn't miss a few million either. 10. The voices told me to. Classic excuse, except this guy said the voices specifically demanded he steal Twinkies. Not gold, not cash, not diamonds, just snack cakes. Priorities. 11. I didn't steal it, I found it in my pocket. One shoplifter actually told police he had no idea how the watch got into his jeans. It must have jumped in there. Unless your pants are now offering free jewelry, I'm not buying it. 12. The wind blew the drugs into my pocket. Yes, someone explained their possession charge with meteorology. They said the wind carried a baggie of cocaine through the air, and somehow it landed right in their pants. Nature is wild, huh? 13. I was practicing for a movie role. When caught breaking into a store, an aspiring actor insisted he was rehearsing for a part as a burglar. Unfortunately, Hollywood wasn't calling, only the local jail. 14. I thought it was free because there was no price tag. A woman shoplifting a handbag worth $600 claimed she assumed it was free since it wasn't tagged. By that logic, Ferraris must be complimentary too, right? 15. I was just holding it for someone else. Classic. A man with stolen electronics swore he wasn't stealing, he was just holding them for a friend. That mysterious friend, of course, never shows up. 16. I needed to check if it was real. One man caught passing counterfeit money said he only tried it to see if the bills were fake. That's like robbing a bank just to test if security cameras are working. 17. I had a coupon. Believe it or not, someone caught trying to steal alcohol pulled out a piece of paper they drew themselves and said, "I have a coupon." Imagine trying that at checkout. Yeah, this crayon voucher says free whiskey. 18. I was helping them clean out their safe. A burglar claimed he wasn't stealing, he was helping the homeowner by emptying the safe so they wouldn't have to worry about clutter. What a generous soul. 19. I thought it was abandoned. Caught driving a stolen BMW, one man said he assumed it was abandoned. Apparently, he ignored the fact it was parked neatly in a driveway with the keys missing. 20. I was testing the alarm for the store owner. Caught smashing a window, the thief claimed he was performing a public service to check if the alarm worked. Spoiler, it did. Police showed up in 2 minutes. 21. I was just trying to impress my girlfriend. One young man robbed a convenience store to look tough. Unfortunately, nothing says romance like handcuffs and a mugshot. 22. I didn't break in, I was locked out of my own home. Except, it wasn't his house. He was found prying open the window of a stranger's place. Maybe try knocking first next time? 23. I thought it was Monopoly money. A man tried paying with counterfeit bills and, when caught, said, I thought it was Monopoly money. If that's true, then Boardwalk must be selling burritos now. 24. I had to pee. Someone explained why they broke into a gas station after hours by saying they really needed to use the bathroom. Okay, but did you also need to grab 3 cases of beer on the way out? 25. I thought nobody would notice. This excuse is hilariously honest. A man shoplifting steaks told cops he figured the store wouldn't notice a few missing. Sir, you walked out with an entire bag of T-bones. People noticed. 26. I was framed by my cat. A woman caught with drugs in her purse blamed her cat. She claimed the cat put it there. Either that's the smartest feline alive, or she's lying through her whiskers. 27. It was research for a book I'm writing. Writers have writer's block, but this guy took it too far. He explained his burglary charge by saying it was all research for his future crime novel. Sadly, prison became his biggest inspiration. 28. I didn't know I couldn't do that. This has to be the most generic excuse ever. A man literally said, I didn't know stealing was illegal. Okay, buddy, next you'll say you didn't know gravity existed. 29. I was hungry. Now, stealing food can tug at the heartstrings. But this guy? He didn't steal bread. He stole 6 frozen pizzas and 3 cheesecakes. That's not hunger. That's a dinner party. 30. I thought this was a free sample. Someone stole an entire rotisserie chicken and argued it was just a sample. A sample? What store hands out full chickens as casters? Costco, but only in your dreams. 31. I was sleep driving. Yes, one man pulled over for DUI, insisted he wasn't drinking. He was asleep the whole time. He claimed he drove 5 miles in a dream. If that's true, Freddy Krueger should probably be charged too. 32. The devil made me do it. An old classic. One man blamed Satan for convincing him to rob a church donation box. Honestly, even the devil was probably shaking his head like, don't drag me into this, man. 33. I just wanted to see if I could. Some crimes are about desperation. Others are about need. This one, pure curiosity. A man stole a bulldozer and explained, I just wanted to see if I could. Well, congrats, now you can see if you enjoy prison food too. 34. I was trying to get fired. An employee who stole from his boss admitted he only did it because he hated the job and wanted to be fired. Mission accomplished, buddy, with bonus jail time. 35. I didn't steal it, I was rescuing it. A man caught taking a parrot from a pet store said he wasn't stealing, he was rescuing it. Ironically, the parrot reportedly yelled, "Thief, thief," when police arrived. 36. I was conducting an experiment. This excuse sounds smart until you hear the details. A college student hacked into the school system, stole exam papers, and when caught said, "It was an experiment to test if I could. Yes, you could. And yes, you failed." 37. I thought it was a gift. Someone tried walking out of Walmart with a TV. When stopped, they said, "I thought the store was giving them away." Unless it's Christmas morning and Santa is the cashier, no. 38. I was trying to make a citizen's arrest. One man explained that the reason he tied up a store clerk was because he was arresting him for charging too much money. That's not law enforcement. That's insanity. 39. I was on my way to return it. Caught driving a stolen car, the thief explained he was just about to bring it back. At 3 a.m. in another state. Sure, buddy, sure. 40. I was testing gravity. Someone throwing bricks at car windows explained he was testing how strong glass was under scientific conditions. Unfortunately, science doesn't cover bail money. 41. I didn't know it was illegal in this country. One tourist caught shoplifting claimed that in his country, small items don't count. Maybe next time, check the travel guide for top attractions and things that can land you in jail. 42. I only took it because it was shiny. Like a magpie, a thief admitted he grabbed jewelry because it sparkled. Imagine risking prison because your inner bird instincts kicked in. 43. I thought he was joking. A man arrested for punching someone in the face said, I thought he was joking when he said, don't hit me. Rule of thumb, when someone says don't punch them, they usually mean it. 44. I didn't think anyone was home. That's why burglars break into houses. But this guy said it proudly, as though it made it better. Yeah, I robbed them, but I was polite about it. 45. I was saving it for later. A man caught stuffing steaks into his pants at a grocery store explained, I wasn't stealing, I was saving them for later. Sir, that's what refrigerators are for. 46. I was dared to do it. Peer pressure at its finest. A grown man explained his car theft by saying, my buddy dared me. This isn't a middle school game of truth or dare, this is Grand Theft Auto. 47. I thought it was mine. One drunk man climbed into a random parked car, started it, and drove off. His excuse? I thought it was mine. Unless your car changes brands and colors every night, that's a no. 48. I was checking if the window was strong. Vandals often have wild creativity. One guy explained smashing a store window by saying, I just wanted to see if it was durable. Newsflash, it wasn't. 49. I was keeping it safe. Someone stole a neighbor's package from their porch and when caught said, I was just keeping it safe from thieves. Congratulations, you became the thief. 50. I was hypnotized. One shoplifter swore they were under hypnosis at the time. Unless Darren Brown was lurking in aisle 5, it's unlikely. 51. It wasn't me, it was my evil twin. The oldest fake twin excuse in the book. Police asked for the twin's name. Shockingly, he couldn't remember it. 52. I was too drunk to know. This isn't creative, but it's popular. One man walked out of a bar with the cash register in his hands, claiming he was too drunk to realize it wasn't a souvenir. 53. I thought it was a prank. A man caught stealing bikes said, I thought it was a prank show. Unless Ashton Kutcher is hiding in the bushes, it's not punked, it's theft. 54. I was doing community service. One thief explained that taking copper wiring from an abandoned building was helping clean the place up. He left out the part where he sold it for cash. 55. I didn't want it to go to waste. A man caught stealing pastries at 4 a.m. said he was saving them from being thrown away. Honestly, this one almost makes sense, until you realize he broke the window to get in. 56. It was for a YouTube video. Of course, clout chasing strikes again. A teenager explained vandalizing property by saying, it was just for content. Unfortunately, prison content doesn't get many likes. 57. I was sleep shopping. Similar to sleepwalking, a woman blamed online fraud on her sleep shopping habit. Apparently, she ordered $10,000 worth of handbags in her dreams. 58. It was an accident. One man stole an ATM with a forklift. His excuse? It was an accident. Unless forklifts come with autopilot? No. 59. I thought he was Santa Claus. Yes, someone explained attacking a man in a red jacket by saying he thought it was Santa. Either way, beating Santa isn't exactly going to put you on the nice list. 60. I was testing karma. One man shoplifting explained he wanted to see if karma was real.
Spoiler, yes, karma exists. It's called getting arrested.
61. I didn't do it. And finally, the dumbest but most common excuse. Straight up denial. Even when caught on camera, fingerprints everywhere, stolen goods in hand. The man simply said, "Wasn't me." Sir, even Shaggy from Scooby-Doo can't save you here. And there you have it. 61 of the dumbest, weirdest, and most hilarious excuses people gave for committing crimes. From blaming their dog, to blaming Satan, to saying they were testing gravity, criminals never fail to entertain with their imagination. Now here's the real question for you. Which excuse was the dumbest? Was it the guy who thought the wind blew drugs into his pocket, or the one who blamed his cat? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this list, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, because laughter is always better when it's shared. And remember, if you ever get caught doing something wrong, don't blame your cat.